A devoted son. Understanding the text. How did the morning papers bring an ambience of celebration to the Verma family? The morning papers displayed the result of Verma's son, Rakesh, who scored highest rank in the country for his medical examination and brought ambience of celebration in the Verma family as it was a matter of pride for the family. How did the community celebrate Rakesh's success? The community people celebrated Rakesh's success by visiting his small yellow house, congratulating the parents, filling his house and garden with the sound and color of festivals, and offering gifts like fountain pens and watches. Why was Rakesh's success a special matter of discussion in the neighborhood? Rakesh's success was a special matter of discussion in the neighborhood because he was the first son in the family to receive an education, and he further topped in the medical examination as well. How does the author make fun with the words America and the USA? The author makes fun with the words America and the USA by associating them with Verma's nature of dealing with the words, as he considered the USA as more prestigious than America. He said that America is the term to be called by his ignorant neighbors. How does the author characterize Rakesh's wife? The author characterizes Rakesh's wife as old-fashioned, plump, and uneducated girl. She was so placid, complacent, and lazy, but too good-natured and pretty fat one. Describe how Rakesh rises in his career. Rakesh started his career as a doctor in the city hospital and quickly reached the top of administrative organization and was made a director. Then he opened his own private clinic and became known not only as one of the best but also the richest doctor in town. How does the author describe Rakesh's family background? The author described Rakesh's family background as a man born to illiterate as well as very poor parents. His father worked for a kerosene vendor and his mother spent her life in kitchen, and his grandparents worked as vegetable sellers. What is the impact of Rakesh's mother's death on his father? Rakesh's father was stricken with grief by the death of his wife as well as his retirement. The old father very quickly went to pieces and fell ill so frequently with such mysterious disease named a peevish whim, sudden irritation in mind, that even his son could no longer make it out. What did Rakesh do to make his father's old age more comfortable? Rakesh brought his father his morning tea in the old man's favorite brass tumbler and sat at the edge of his bed, comfortable and relaxed his father's nightshirt, and read out the morning news to him to make even more comfortable in his old age. Why did the old man try to bribe his grandchildren? The old man tried to bribe his grandchildren by the trick so that he could get a chance to eat jalebis because his fried food and sweets were prohibited by his son. Are Mr. Verma's complaints about his diets reasonable? How? From the point of view of an old father, Mr. Verma complains about his diets may be reasonable to some extent, but in fact, Rakesh, as a devoted and obedient son and by profession a doctor, is right in his performances and activities because he conducts such activities for a healthy and better life of his sick father. Reference to the context. How did the Verma couple make sacrifices for their son's higher education? Verma couple was from a poor background and they were illiterate as well. His father worked for a kerosene dealer and his mother in the kitchen. Even his grandparents worked as vegetable vendors. His parents worked hard and sacrificed their life, time, money, and everything they have for higher education and medical college of his child Rakesh. Mr. Verma suffers from diseases one after another after his wife's death. Would he have enjoyed better health if she had not died before him? Give reasons. Mr. Verma suffered from diseases one after another his wife's death. I think all this happened to him due to his wife's death, as it makes him alone and scattered. He thinks most of the time about his life partner, which leaves him stricken with grief. The old father very quickly went to pieces and fell ill. Thus, if she had not died before him, he would have enjoyed better health for a few more days. Dr. Rakesh is divided between a doctor and a son. As a son, he loves his father and worries about his weakening health. But as a doctor, he is strict on his father's diet and medicine. In your view, what else could Rakesh have done to make his father's final years more comfortable? Dr. Rakesh is divided between a son and a daughter. As a son, he loves his father and worries about his weakening health. But as a doctor, he is strict on his father's diet and medicine. In my view, Rakesh could have done the following things to make his father's final years more comfortable. Rakesh would have been more polite and respectful in his behavior with his father in the final years. He wouldn't have been so strict and miserable while regulating his father's diet and food. His loud speaking towards his father, no butter, no oil, no more bread, makes the old man very troublesome and miserable. What does the story say about the relationship between grandfather and grandchildren? Desai's story, A Devoted Son, shows loving companionship between grandfather and grandchildren. They have good bonding, but in the story, grandfather is attracted towards his grandchildren to get some sweets like jalebis from them by using the trick, as his oily fried food and sweets were prohibited by his son, Rakesh. Anyway, we find innocent, tricky, trusty and bonding relationships between grandfather and his grandchildren in the story. Do you call Rakesh a devoted son? Give reasons. Yes, I call Rakesh a devoted son because of the following reasons. He shows a great degree of tender regard for his mother. He touches his father's on every good occasion. Even though he studies in America, Rakesh does not bring back a foreign bride to his parents' home. Though he treats his father as a medical professional, he does this for the better health and life of his father. Thus, he is a perfect son, a loving father, and a husband, and a good physician. Reference beyond the text. Write an essay on the parents' ambition for their children in Nepali society. You must give at least 5 examples. Family refers to a wide network of extended relationships. Parents have great ambition for their children in Nepali society. Most of the parents of the children are predetermined and preoccupied with the prejudices that their children to be the best person in the society, such as the best doctor, the best engineer, the best teacher, and many more. Some instances provoke such ideas. Due to parents' ambition for their children, some children labor hard to achieve their destination and God succeed in the end. Parents are the facilitator and guides who can lead their children to the right path of success and help them to obtain achievement in life. Every parent wishes their child to become the brightest star in the group. In some cases, their pushing to their kids leads them to succeed and help them to better in life. Sometimes, parents determining the future of their children do not prove how good their parents are, and it leads to destruction of life as well. Thus, parents should listen to the voice and aim of their children as well as for the better in future. Anyway, the duty of parents is to stay close to their children, spend time together, playing, relaxing, which will provide them with a sense of security and build a positive bond for their future. Medicines replace our diets in old age. What can be done to make old is less dependent on medicine? Medicine replaces our diets in old age. With age, the number of calories you need begins to decline. As we get older, the body becomes less efficient at absorbing some key nutrients, says Catherine Tucker. In addition, the ability to taste food declines, blunting appetite. Some food become difficult to chew or digest. Thus, medicines become the best option to replace our diets in old age. To make old age less dependent on medicine, they should do the following things. Eat plenty of colorful fruits and vegetables such as fruits like pineapples, oranges, and vegetables such as carrots, pumpkin, and sweet potatoes. Eat cereals, bread, crackers, rice, or pasta every day, mostly high fiber varieties. Have low fat or fat-free dairy, milk or cheese that are fortified with vitamin D to help keep your bones healthy. Use of mustard oil or olive oil as a cooking medium, as both prevent high cholesterol and improve good cholesterol in the blood. Egg whites are a good source of protein to repair worn-out cells and tissues. Vegetable soups without cream and thickening agents are a healthy meal to be taken as a supper. Drink about 10 to 15 glasses of water a day to prevent dehydration, especially in summer. Also, exercise regularly, stretch and do yoga to ensure absorption of nutrients well. Balancing physical activity and a healthful diet is the best recipe for health and fitness. Set a goal to be physically active for at least 30 minutes every day. Write an essay on care of elderly citizen in about 300 words. Please refer to the notes at hari570.com.np. You can find the link in the description. Thank you and all the best.